my name is Mieya, and I'm a realtor here in Dallas. Today we
Yay.
have Miss Autumn,
Hey y'all.
and we're going to talk about the highs and lows of starting a business in Dallas as transplants. So, Autumn, tell us a little bit about you and what your businesses are here.
Okay, so I'm from Louisiana. People are like, what's that? Okay, I'm from a little small town called Picayune, Mississippi. It's about 5 minutes from the Louisiana borderline. Outside of Slidell, Louisiana, not too far from New Orleans, Louisiana. And I've been here 5 years. I just made 5 years in May. Um, so my journey has kind of been a little bit of kind of a long one. I haven't started being an entrepreneur till about 2 years ago. So for the first 3 years, I came here and just a long story short, I Googled Dallas because I was tired of, I was a college graduate, I had an associate's and a bachelor's degree. It's a lot of nepotism in Mississippi and Louisiana, meaning it's who you know, they don't care what credentials you have. They are just kind of hired. It's a good old boy system. So I was working like 3 jobs. I was working at Pier 1, the gas station, and Kohl's for a while. Yes, I
In
and
Mississippi
was
or
still
here?
broke. Oh, child, huh?
In Mississippi or here?
In Mississippi.
Oh,
So
God.
that's what kind of got me fed up, and I started working at Head Start for about a year. Then I Googled number one job market in the U.S. Dallas popped up. I asked my sister, I was like, "You want to move to Dallas, or you want to see what's going on with it?" And she was like, "Yeah." So we came out here every 2 weeks till we found a job. My best friend, I convinced her to come too. She was like, "No, girl, I'll come later." I was like, "Nah, you don't come now, you ain't coming." So we all three moved together here, and we have been living in Dallas ever since. And it's been pretty good. And girl, I feel like I'm gonna be talking a long time if I get into how I actually started the cleaning business, but
Oh, you're fine. No, but it's good that you had two really close people to move here with you because I moved here by myself with the dog, and the dog
okay.
really don't have a job, so like it was
Yes,
just
girl,
all
you don't pay
me.
no bills.
Yeah, and so my moving here is a little bit different, and I tell a lot of people my story, but the reason I moved to Dallas is because I was living in Georgia. Well, if you put a little bit back, I was in Georgia for a few months because I was staying there until my ex-boyfriend came back from overseas, and we ended up breaking up while he
Mm.
was overseas because somebody had dropped into my inbox.
Girl.
Yeah, so I was just like, no. So
Uh-huh.
And so I was at a claim adjuster, and claim adjusters make a lot of money in a short amount of time. Yeah, and so I had
I've
a real
done that.
close friend. Yeah, she told me, she was like, "Don't spend your money, save all your money." And so
Yeah.
I did. So when the project was over at the end of January, well, no, it was the beginning of January, January 10th to be exact. I have all this money in savings, and then on top of that, you qualify for unemployment. So I was living the good life. Ain't had no kids, you know what I mean? And I ain't had
Yeah.
no boyfriend. So I
Yeah.
was traveling. And then I had read this book called You're a Badass. Have you heard of it?
I have, but I've never read it. I need to.
I'm gonna see.
I've
I'm
heard
gonna
you're
see my,
either you're a badass at making money or you a badass.
no, she has two. One is yellow, the original one. Just You're a
Yeah.
Badass, and then the second one is You're a Badass Making Money. They're both great. Okay, get on it. So I read the book, and I think I read it like in a week. It was a really good book. And at the end, I was just like, Knight, what do we want to do? Because I had to like talk to the dog, see what his input
Right.
was. And I was just like, I want to move somewhere. I've always wanted to move, and I have nobody else to tell me what I want to do. Because the book, I'm gonna let you read it. I'm gonna let everybody read it.
Okay.
So they can see why at the end I was like, what do I want to do? And I decided I want to move to a city that's not San Antonio and that's not Middle Georgia. And so I was like looking for different cities, and I just ended up in Dallas because everybody that I knew from high school that moved to like Houston, Austin, like everywhere else, they always came home. But the people who went to college in Dallas still
They
live in Dallas.
stayed.
And I was
Yeah.
just like, why? And so I was just like, I'll figure out when I get there. And that's why I sold everything in my apartment. It was just my dog and my seasonings. And, because seasonings are expensive to re up. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, you taking it.
Yeah, so we came to Dallas and we just figured it out. And you know what? I just threw away those seasonings Monday.
You
They're
know
old.
what? Side note, black people do not look at the expiration date on seasoning. I did not know there was such a thing till like a couple years ago. Baby, we keep them until they gone. I mean,
Yeah.
fire when.
Yeah, I was seeing that. I was just like, this ain't hit like it's supposed to. I feel like I was putting more seasoning than I needed to be. And this one girl's just like, they expired, right? I'm just like, oh shoot, this expired
Well,
2 years ago.
maybe. So I never thought that it actually made a difference. So it does make a difference, I guess.
Cause when
On
you
like
first
flavor.
get it, they're real powerful. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like a little choop choop, and then after time, you're just like, that's what I was doing. I was bringing up this, dumping it in there. I was just like, man, I know how to season food. This is hard. And then,
Yeah.
yes. So anyway, so tell me about what led you into. So the first bit was the cleaning, right?
Yeah, the first business that I opened, yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, so tell me what led to that, because I feel like you do that. Like you're really good at that.
Thank you,
I was
girl.
your
Hidden
website. I was
talent.
just like, okay.
When things like they said, Madam C.J. Walker, she became a entrepreneur during the Spanish flu. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of us, it takes something to happen to bring us out and be ready. Because I'm the type that I have to have so much stuff in place before I'm ready to jump, and that just doesn't work most of the time. Sometimes you just got to jump, or something has to push you.
Yeah, then you
And
had to figure it out.
yes, so that's what happened to me. So you said you were a claims adjuster. I was a claims adjuster at State Farm at the
Okay.
time.
Ooh, you
So
had a good position then. Everybody
yeah,
has what they farm.
girl. So I had this whole plan, right? I was gonna go be a traveling claims adjuster and make all that money, so because they were making like 2 times my pay. My sister had did Hardee. She told me, and she wasn't even licensed. I'm a licensed claims adjuster still, and she was just telling me how much money it is. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go be a claims adjuster. I'm gonna save my money, and I'm gonna use that to be an entrepreneur. Side note, me and my friends before, it was like things happened in three. So my friend had got a random text from somebody saying that she had got a cleaning job. She was like, I ain't got no damn cleaning job. I didn't even apply for this. So that was that one. Then I had a friend that had mentioned adding cleaning to his service, and me and my friend started throwing the idea around, but nothing really happened about it. And then third was a meme. It was like a meme at the bottom of the toilet, and it was like, if she don't clean this, she ain't cleaning, down there by the little knob. So I told my sister, I said, well, girl, we've been cleaning because my mom is very like clean. Like she's a stickler. That's the reason why I am the clean queen right now. So those three things were in the background while stuff was happening in my life. So basically, I wanted to go be an adjuster, and Florence was getting ready to hit the East Coast. Sorry, girl. But anyways, Florence getting ready to hit the East Coast, and it ended up being a bus. So it wasn't that much, damage or anything like that. But I actually got a job through Worley. Worley called me. You got to be ready. I was
Yes.
like, yes, I'm ready. Quit my job and State Farm the same day. State Farm has a policy like, hey, you quit, you working for an insurance company, we'll walk you out, pay you out for 2 weeks. That's what they
Oh, they
did.
pay you out for 2 weeks.
They pay you out for 2 weeks. So that happened, and I'm like, yes, my dream has finally happened. I had already counted my money in my head, and about 3 or 4 hours after I quit, Worley calls me. They was like, yeah, like about that job, we can't hire you. And I'm like, what do you mean you can't hire me? I just quit my job. I don't have any benefits. Like I started losing it. It was like, well, we're a contractor for State Farm. So basically it's gonna look like you are working both systems if we hire you right now. We have to give it a couple days and we don't have a couple days. Basically. So I was without a job for the first time in years. So I got the job and lost it in the same day.
Oh,
Now
God.
I have nothing. So after melting down for a few days, I was like, well, what can I do? And I was like, well, you could try your hand at cleaning. And I asked my good friend Mike of Get Helper, shout out to Mike. Anyways, and Mike was like, well, you can try Thumbtack. Thumbtack is, I don't know if you heard of Thumbtack before.
I was thinking about getting on there, but I'm gonna have to figure. You're gonna have to talk to me about that out
Yeah,
camera.
we'll have a sidebar and I'll show you how Thumbtack works. But that's how I got on Thumbtack. It took me 2 weeks to start my business. I created my own logo, my own business cards. I set up on Thumbtack. I did like pricing for the area, try to, figure out what people were charging because I had no idea. Like I had no idea how to do this. And I hit the ground running. My first customer, she was a black woman, a Saints fan. So that was a good omen because I'm a black woman. I'm a Saints fan. Okay. So, and ever since then, I had just started rolling, and it's been ups and downs as far as like, sometimes you're hot, sometimes you're not. But I have kept a part-time job most of the time, even if it was just a couple times a month. I'm just scared to let it go. But yeah, so that is how I actually ended up starting the business because I lost my job and I didn't have anything else, and I had to take one of those crazy dreams that was in my notebook and actually put it to use and end up working.
And see, one thing I want to mention, what you said, was the fact that you still had a part-time job on the side. Because a lot of people think it's like, oh, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I'm never going to work for somebody again. And there are going to be times where you're going to have to take a step back. Because
Yeah.
I know right now, with my job, we they're reducing headcount. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're just like, is it gonna be me or is it gonna be me? You
You
know what I
don't
mean?
know.
And so I really think it's me. Fingers crossed it's me. So I can spend more time on this business. But I was talking to dude and I was just like, if like let me go, I'm not gonna go find another job, like another 8 to 5. What I would probably do is just go do DoorDash in the evening when it's busy, and then I can have more time to do my business because it's not like with DoorDash, you can make some serious money. A lot of people sleep
Yeah.
on those side businesses. But if my main focus on this, everything else is just going to help for this dream. And
Gotta
what a
fund
lot
the
of people
dream.
do is backwards. They make their dream or their business their side gig and not their focus. And then they end up with this company for 20, 30 years. And
Yep.
then this drizzle and dies instead of having that supported on
Uh-huh.
there. But yeah, so I like that you said that. And when I had went to an insurance school in Georgia, I remember this lady had a really good, busy business for Allstate. She was an independent, what's it called? Agent. And remember she was telling us how she got into having her school. So the bottom level was the agency, upstairs was the insurance school where she was teaching the courses. And I remember she was saying that there's some times where she had to do the same thing, get a part-time job just to make sure payroll checks weren't bouncing. Because
Yep.
she was like, my I can't have this business with these people. So I don't care if I have to like drive a little crappy car or whatever to make sure these people get paid. And going back to my main point, a lot of people think that run a business is like I'm working for me, I'm never going to struggle, blah blah blah, and they don't realize that it's not overnight success like what you see on TV. Like it's really hard.
Yeah.
And I've had this conversation with some friends. I'd be like, baby, I don't have time to sit here and talk about nothing. Like, I
Yeah.
love you know what I mean? But your drama really right now ain't it? You know what I mean? Like, no.
I'm still in the baby stage of business.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It takes time. And it's easy to look at all these people who are like uber successful, but it takes time to get to that point. Don't be ashamed of having your part-time job. Mine's a waitress.
Mm-hmm.
Get fast money. I could put it right back into what I'm doing, and you got to fund the dream somehow. But you got to work your hours at your job. You got to work hours on your dream every day. You got to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think a lot of people get hooked up. I was one of those. I'm thinking like, oh my God, I gotta have my LLC already. I need to have all this type of stuff. I need to have workers, and you have to pace yourself. You don't have to do all that type of stuff. You need to find out. I just start with a DBA, get that out the way, and then this is my opinion, whenever you're
Mm-hmm.
making money that way, then go ahead and involve Uncle Sam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
and that's one thing I learned too is I was one of those people like, oh, I had to have an LLC. And until I met my friend Natalie, she was just like, okay, and we're not CPA, so y'all gonna make sure y'all do your own research.
Right.
But she, because folks be tax time, they be like, Mieya, you said. So, but no, she was saying like I was telling her I just want an LLC so I can be a single member LLC and get the tax benefits of being a home based business. And she was just like, no, you don't have to do that. You can just do it off your social. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, okay, so let me save this $300 off for this man because I don't
Yeah.
got it right now just for
Right.
3 letters.
You're
I'm not.
making under a certain amount, so you
Yeah,
don't have
I'm
to
just
even
like,
go that route.
Yeah, and then my business is not where I'm liable for somebody suing me. Like I never step in people's houses. Well, now that I'm
Yeah,
a real estate agent, I do. But as an interior decorator, I do digital design, so I don't go to people's houses. You just send me photos, and I send you back a package.
right.
So
Yeah,
okay, so this is a really good note. So for people who are out there looking to start a business, it is rewarding. It's just you got to put the work into it, and it has to be a passion because you're thinking about it, making money. It's
hmm
going to die real quick. It has to be something that you really love to do.
do your research, you
Yes.
know. So, like I said, if because a lot of people are like, well, I want to be a business owner, but I don't know what to start. Like something that you're passionate about. I didn't know I was passionate about cleaning, but I knew I was passionate about being a boss. So I was like, I'm gonna try this, and it kind of stuck a little bit. But
Hmm.
yeah, check your
Yeah,
prices, do your research.
yeah, because I remember because like I'm not gonna say I'm a clean person.
Hmm.
Okay, but my house don't be looking messy. It just I don't deep clean. Okay, like I'm a straightener up person. You know what I mean? Like they ain't clothes. There's clothes in my bedroom right now. But when you come, it ain't gonna be no clothes in the bedroom.
No, it's
But
okay.
you know what I mean? I
Okay.
just like to have things. But like, dude, is like a neat freak, right? So we moved in together. I was like, yo, I'm just gonna hire somebody. Yo, like, cause you stressing me out. And
Yeah.
this couple months, I'm just like, okay, I'll wash the dishes. Like, God.
Everybody is not, and that's the thing. Let me just get the stigma away from cleaning real quick. People think that having a cleaner is a luxury. To some extent, depending on how you look at it, it could be, but it's very affordable. If
Yeah, so
you're a
that's what I was
boss,
telling him.
yeah, it's very affordable. People think that maids and house cleaners and organizers are high. It's not at all. I promise you can afford it. If you can go out for a drink on the weekend or you can do anything like that, you can afford a house cleaner. Um, it's if you're a boss or you have multiple jobs or something like that, outsource in any way. You don't have to do everything by yourself. I had to learn that. So if you working 2, 3 jobs or you got a couple side hustles, it's okay to outsource things to make your life easier. You don't have to just be cleaning, but whatever it is, I can't stress that enough. It's like you don't have to do everything by yourself.
Yeah, because I know, because like, forget everybody backstory what we talking about. Is I have surgery coming up. You know what?
Mhm.
Yes, I have surgery coming up,
So like,
and
yeah,
I didn't because I was just like, this one sounds pre-recorded, anyways. But why when I come in the hospital, the last thing I want to think about is cleaning my house. So I was just like, okay, well let me talk to Autumn. Cause I know that's what she does, and everybody love her. I seen her reviews, cool. You know what I mean? And so he was just like, well, if it's expensive, you paying for it. I'm just like, I will pay for it. I don't care. You know what I
right.
mean? Like I just want to come home from the hospital in a
Yeah,
clean house and just lay on the
yes,
sofa and heal.
yes,
And so when you
yes.
told me the prices, I told him he was just like, how much? I said, oh, she must be getting a good discount. I was just like, first of all, she a boss. Like, she not gonna like just hand out discounts like that. So
Mm-mm.
he's talking about, oh, we're gonna see how she do, and we may put her on a rotation. I'm just like, sir, she already on a rotation, okay? You just found it out, okay?
You just play.
Yeah,
Just play
like
and
I'm
see.
paying for this. Let this be my bill. But it was just
Right.
like, but just like when I was talking to people who've had cleaners before, I'm just like, it is nice when I go to their house and their house just seems clean. You know what I mean? And not just
Yeah.
straightened up. So I was just like, okay, Mieya, you have learned because one thing I have learned about starting a business is whenever you want to do something, money appears. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Mm-hmm.
where does money come from? Just like when I went to real estate school, I don't know where that money came from to pay for that class, but it came somewhere. And so I was thinking, like, okay, you know what? I really would like to have this luxury or, this, I wouldn't say, well, it is a luxury, but this convenience in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This money's going to pop up somewhere, and
Yeah.
it is. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I already had the money paid out for my surgery put to a side. So I was just like, ooh, let me go ahead and book her now.
Yes.
So
A lot of black people too, we were raised, we clean and not I'm gonna say people of color. And it's only because I talk to all of my customers. I think my Hispanic people and my black people, we've talked and they were like, girl, if my mama knew somebody was up in here cleaning my house or something like that. They, because we grew up cleaning and it's most of us did. I can't speak for everybody. Or either just Southern people in general. a lot of people think that, oh my gosh, it's like some taboo thing, or people might think of less of me have somebody cleaning my
It's
look.
like you're lazy.
Yeah, it does not mean that you're lazy. It means that you got stuff to do. The more, if you have a life, this frees up your time. So you can spend it however you choose to. Who wants to spend their time cleaning all the time?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a
Especially you
professional. It ain't
supporting a
gonna take me
business.
as long as it'll take you.
Yes, but you are right because I was raised with my dad, and one, he's Southern, and two, he in the military. And I woke up on Saturday mornings, and you
Me,
can either tell it was either Anita Baker, Tony Braxton, or gospel music. And if it was gospel music, baby, we deep cleaning. Okay, like cancel all your plans because you ain't going nowhere.
yeah.
And so that's like my childhood. So when I clean, I get in a mood, I listen to it, but I stop like half the playlist. I'm just like, I'm tired of this. Like, no, how much money we got? Like, we gonna hire somebody. So
Yeah.
definitely understand that. But also what you're talking about with outsourcing and outsourcing, same thing with your business. And
Hmm.
a lot of people think like, oh, I have to be a web designer. I have to do like I set my own appointments. I do this, I do that. And a lot of like, there's a lot of besides the fact that there's a lot of online systems that can take care of things. There's a lot of people that you can hire to do
Yes,
that. And a lot of
absolutely.
people, yeah. And then if you just educate yourself based off of like your tax write-offs, you could actually write off what you're paying them for that services.
Hmm.
So this is a book I have. I don't know if you read it, but it's from Amazon. It's $20, and it's called I want to say 745 tax write-offs. I'm gonna have. I'm girl.
Okay,
I'm
I think you need to start a book club or something because you keep coming with the hot facts with the books. So I'm ready.
like books, okay? No, but that book was really good. I have the number. I probably have the number wrong, but I'm gonna send a photo and I'm gonna put it in the comments too of the book. It was $20 and it lists it's written by a CPA and each year they update it. So I got the one from this year. But he writes down every tax write-off you can get as a home base and explains it to you, kind of like a
Hmm.
dictionary. And what he does in the beginning, he tells you, okay, this is not to show you the loopholes, but to educate you so you can go talk to a CPA. Because he says the most knowledgeable client is the one who gets the answers. So if you go to a CPA and you just be like, this is my situation,
Whatever.
they're not gonna know, like they know a lot, but they're not gonna be able to pin it together.
It's gonna
But if
take
you
them.
words, like if you know what words to say, it will help them set it up.
Hmm.
So
Yep.
that's a good book. I'll tell you about that too. So, so I would say, what is one of your? Let me see. When at what moment when you're just like, okay, like I got this. Like I am a business owner. Like this is real deal. This ain't no side gig.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I go through hills and valleys. It
Mm-hmm.
reminded me of that meme. It's like, you make $500 one day. Okay, Alexa, play Money Trees. Like like I'm lit. Okay, I am that girl, honey. I am a boss. I am making money. And then you hit a slow point. It's like, golly, maybe I should get a job, man. I don't know. Like I still kind of go through that, but it happens less.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I'm gonna be transparent. I still struggle with owning. Like you are a business owner. Like I feel like it's so much things that I could do better, and I'm real hard on myself. But I was just thinking the other day, and I was like, it's gonna be 2 years, come September that you've been doing this full time, and that is something you should be proud of. I think that the closer I get to that date, the more I feel great with, being a business owner. But yeah, I used to get tied up in, wanting to have employees, and I thought that meant, that I was really doing something. But my model works for me for now, and I'm still a professional. I'm a business owner. I have wonderful reviews. I have more people that are coming to seek me out, so like I wish I could give you a definitive answer on when that happens, but all I gotta say is like this.
So when
And
is two
yeah.
years?
Hmm?
When is 2 years?
2 years that I started the Clean Queen.
No. When is it?
Oh, September 23rd.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down and I'm gonna send you a message
Okay.
because I forgot. I read it somewhere today. I want to say 80% of small businesses fail in the first 2 years, and the fact that you are almost girl. Like that's right before my birthday. Okay, I'm
I'm due
granted.
2 days after that too. So
I'm gonna say like you really about to pop. You know what I mean? But I bring something afterwards. I know you breastfeeding, but I bring a little dip thingies.
I'm trying to whatever. But yeah,
So
girl.
that's because I read that and I was just like, dang, I didn't realize it because I know that with real estate agents, their statistics a lot higher within the first 2 years as well too. So the fact that you're almost there, girl, you was a business owner. Okay.
Thank you. I'm gonna put that crown. I'm gonna wear it today, and I'm gonna keep wearing it. Girl, it's just I'm really good at helping other people with their dreams and being real. People call me all the time, like, I need help with this, I need to find this person. And I'm like, oh, you should just do this, that, and the third. They're like, dang, that makes sense. But like, sometimes I can't do that for myself. Like it's crazy. And I encourage people. And it's just like when it comes down to you, you got to encourage yourself. And that's something I'm trying to work on because, like, I should be owning and standing in that I'm a boss, I'm a business owner. But the fact that I'm so ambitious and I want to do more, I got to acknowledge the little victories that I've had.
Yes.
So far.
And dude told me that, my guy. But because I have a hard time doing that too. I'm just like, okay, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. And I'm hard on myself. And he would tell me, he was like, well, babe, like you've been here for 2 years and you did X, Y, and Z. You came here with no job. The person I was supposed to stay with fell through the night I moved here. I'm talking about, girl, I was in town, not answering the phone. And I had a couch search for 2 days before I have moved. Like, think about me and this town dog couch searching.
Yeah.
And I moved in with some friends. But it was hard. And so when he tells me where, like, he reminds me where I've been. And then wherever he jumped in halfway through, but all of the big, when things the ball started really rolling is when he came in. So he's seeing like the difference. I'm just like,
Yeah.
you know what? I am a bad bitch, aren't I? You know what I mean?
Period. Like I did that.
I got
Yeah.
he be hyping me up. Like those IG videos and the guys hyping the girl up. That he got me like,
Yes, honey. And that's the kind of love we all need. I'm here for that.
you're right. You know what? You are lucky to have
Because
me.
look,
You know,
moving from a place that you don't know
mm-hmm.
and moving here to Dallas, and Dallas is freaking huge. And making it and sustaining yourself is a huge accomplishment in
Yes.
itself. Because we didn't know anybody but each other. It was like you don't know, but
I think it's also because Dallas is filled with a lot of transplant too, and everybody's here trying to make it too.
Yeah.
And so, but one thing that the biggest thing that pointed out to me about Dallas that I loved is always growing up, I've always heard a negative stereotype about Black people. Black people don't help each other. Black people don't put each other on. Blah blah. And the number one people who put me on are Black people.
Dallas is great for that.
Yes, and I'm just like, where's this stereotype coming from? Because I don't see it. You know what I mean? Now, some of my people who are not POC, like they got me out too. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, compared to what I've been seeing and what I've been told and seeing, I'm just like, where is stereotype coming from? Because especially in those Black groups here in Dallas, like Black. Have you had that pizza yet?
No, it's on my list of things to do. It's so many things, but they have wonderful reviews and people are riding. Like,
girl, I had that pizza. That day, that picture of her son about to eat that pizza. I called you. I said, yo, we have a pizza tonight. I went there and I got the pizza, and it wasn't that much more than regular. I had a slice on the way home. I was just like, ooh, I got to take it home. I tried to go back. 2 days later, he's been sold out since.
Yes. And you know what the great part is like Black people in Dallas do support. And whenever that guy downtown, whenever there were protesters, and his window got shattered, and I really love how he handled it, by the way. But anyways, the people came out to support. I went out there. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go support today. The line was down the road. The people were waiting.
That's that burger place you post about, right?
Yes, Burger I Am.
A couple hours later, I'm like, dang it, I missed this.
Yes, honey. People were waiting. I mean, I saw frets out there. Everybody was. They was like, look, I know it might be an hour wait. I don't care. I'm pregnant, and I can't just be waiting out in the sun. If not, I would have. But Black people do support here in Dallas. where I'm came from, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But here, people, got food pantries, you got a lot of Black entrepreneurs, you got startup groups, you got like people really get together. And Dallas is just a friendly place. I love Dallas. I've recruited like 7 people to move here since I've been here. I'm like, I am your beacon. Come, I will help you.
My cousin to come, 'cause I like my best friend. I'm just like, every time I see her in San Antonio, I'm like, come live with us. We have a second bedroom. You can come be with us. She's just like, no, y'all just moved in together. Come, we like you. Like, come
Right.
here. And so I really do. I was saying when I came to Dallas, I felt like I've been here my whole life because people just like, you were one of us,
Yeah.
and like help. It's like, you know what? Well, what you got going on? Okay, I help you. And I get tagged in so many groups that I have to start. I started writing a script to have it saved in my phone, so when somebody tags me, I can just
Boom.
because I got tired of typing. That's how many times I get tagged in things. And what's crazy is with my networking here in Dallas, I was able to pay for my hospital bill, my doctor bill for my surgery, and that was like 1,000, 1,100 just
Wow.
off of girls off of Facebook. And
See?
I made it in a week. And so even with my class for my real estate class, I had just put a little thing up. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna send me $1 for Cash App. And I had did that before my real estate class. And then by the time I got out, I was short $10. And that class was $120. I asked for like $1 for each person, and folks sent me $10, $5 here,
The
like
love is
that.
real.
And that went from Black people all over America, not just Dallas. And
Yeah.
people were $10. And so when I had put because I didn't know how to say thank you in a status, so I had went live and said it, and people were like, "Oh, $10, $10." I'm just like, "Oh, y'all stop, okay. I'm at it, okay." And so
Oh,
I ended up with $170, and I only need $120, so I had to use everything else to go towards my business. And
girl, that's beautiful.
yes, I told people like support, and I think what Dallas issue is, and it's not really an issue no more, is that people just didn't know of the businesses. But
You
baby, when
see?
they found out about those businesses, like back to Blackjack, they sold out.
I mean, I had no idea it's enough Black-owned restaurants for you to eat 7 times a day or more every
And
day
different
and
food
never
too.
go to the same restaurant, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. But no, we
Yeah.
didn't know. So right now we're in a beautiful place. And not to get sidetracked, but we are in a place of hurt and as Black people. And as people who are not Black, but tries their best to understand and see what's going on in the country, it's a very, I've never in my lifetime seen such, unity and people supporting each other, people supporting Black businesses that's not Black. I see
Mm-hmm.
that in Dallas girl gang, and it makes me smile all the time.
Girl, go ahead and tag myself.
Look, girl, like they be like, I want to support a Black business, and I be like, yes, honey, come on. But everybody is like really about it right now, and I hope we stay in this place forever. And the
Yes.
support is real. The community is real.
I think it is because now it's not more of like we're just mad, we're gonna support Black people. It's more of like, okay, I see how this person is giving back to the community, even though we gave money to them. And that's why I decided to do this platform, because I was like, there's so many people here in Dallas that are Black business, and we just don't know about it. So, let me go ahead and bring them on, because I don't have a big Dallas following of people who've been here, but I have a big transplant following people
Follow.
who moved here. You know what I mean? And they don't
Yeah.
know. So I was like, okay, I do these videos, get people to come out there and network with people. I'm doing my part. 'Cause I feel like that was my responsibility, is
Yeah.
instead of knowing of something and not telling nobody. I'm just like, girl, let me tell you. Like this morning I had to share a post of this guy who was like little things when you kill ants and
The
roaches.
pet company, I saw that.
Yes. Everybody talking about how cute he is. I don't know he's single, y'all. I don't know. But you know what I mean? He got really good
Good.
reviews. So
Shoot
call
y'all
him.
shot, but solicit. Okay, get him,
Yes.
hire him.
If you are, just drop in the comments. I know some people. So,
Yeah.
but I was just surprised he had that. And there's a lot of comments under him talking, like, it doesn't matter if you're a Black business, but it really does, because he didn't have to put that on there. But I don't really know how to explain it. Like, yeah, he didn't have to, but in the state that we are in now, he does have to.
Yes, it does matter.
Mm-hmm.
Black people, our dollar circulates within our own community like maybe twice. In other communities, it's like 10 times. That matters. Until that is fixed, maybe not even then. You people need to know you're a Black-owned business because it's a lot of stuff we don't get our justice, and a lot of times we don't get our loans. We get denied. It's a lot of stuff. So a lot of these Black businesses are self-funded and they
Mm-hmm.
need support. So yes, toot that horn. You're a Black business, and people don't understand it. Just like the need for Black doctors and psychiatrists, stuff like that. It matters. It
Yes.
does matter,
And
and it
I
will
feel like,
always matter.
and they understand you on a different level. Like my OBGYN, I love her. Y'all saw the post of her wedding room. She don't catch babies no more, but she about to when I have this baby. I'm
Look,
gonna lady. So, I really did love her, and the fact that she listened to me and all the issues I've been telling doctors for years, she figured out what the issue was, and she fixed it, and that's why I had my surgery to remove my thyroids, because who knew my thyroids was the issue for every single issue I've been complaining about for years, and nobody paid attention. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Especially like women, that's like common for us. They like take any bells off. But anyway, that's a whole nother rant. I'm gonna have a
yeah.
whole post about
That's
that.
a whole nother show.
Yes, like you know what, Doctor should have known. So anyways, we've been talking for a while. So anyways,
Yeah.
tell people of where they can find you at.
All right. So you can find me on Facebook at the official Clean Queen if you use the @ symbol, or the Clean Queen LLC. You can find me on Instagram as well at the official Clean Queen. And I have a website. It's yourcleanqueen.com. And you can go in there, see my articles about me, see my Google reviews. I'm on Google, 5-star rated all across the board. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am, honey. And then you can ask about my services. You can book, or if you don't have, say if you forget my handles for social media, it's at the bottom. You can click on those icons, and you can find me there. And yeah,
And I also tagged her in the description bar, so if you're too lazy to type, just click. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for coming on today, and everyone else, it was nice to see you, and I'll see you next week.
all
Bye.
right. Bye, y'all.
Thank you so much for tuning in this week's episode of Circulating the Dollar. If you're in the Dallas metro area or looking to move here and you're looking to buy, sell, even rent, give me a call. My phone number is 972-900-0335. I have links to all my socials listed above, even my website, where it's attached so you can see all types of listings that we have available. I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye, and see you next week on the next episode of Circling